Hello everyone, you're watching TOI Sports. This is Pratyush Raj. I'm standing right outside the new PCA Stadium in Mullanpur, New Chandigarh here. Tomorrow India will take on Afghanistan in a one-off test. Yes, this test match is not in a WTC cycle. For Afghanistan, they'll be playing the second test against India after 8 years. Afghanistan played their first test against India back in 2018, and India. Let's talk about India first. For India, this test will give them an opportunity to fill few holes in the test playing 11. India's test match record at home has been quite bad. They were like hammered by New Zealand at home, hammered by South Africa. Yes, they won against Bangladesh and West Indies. But coach Gautam Gambhir feels that this team is still in transition. The transition started from England, where the young team did well. They win against West Indies. There was one bad series, and they were gutted that they lost against South Africa. The team is still in transition. They'll still have so much. There are so many young players coming, and at the same point he also spoke about giving a longer rope. So by Gautam Gambhir's press conference, it is quite clear that Sai Sudharsan, he has maintained that Sai Sudharsan is going to be India's number 3 and he'll get a longer rope. He thinks that the Tamil Nadu batter has not been given the enough test matches. Sai has played 6 matches, 11 innings, has an underwhelming record, but the management feel that he is good enough to bounce back and do well for India at number 3. That is one thing. So Devdutt Padikkal, with all his runs and everything in domestic cricket, he'll have to wait. And Gautam Gambhir also said Devdutt will also get his chance. He'll also get his fair run, but he'll have to wait. The other thing that Gambhir kind of spoke at length was on the spinners. The Manav Suthar and Harsh Dubey, two 23-year-old left-arm spinners, one from Vidarbha, one from Rajasthan, and skill-wise they said they are similar, and they are good enough batters also. India is looking to find a successor for Ravindra Jadeja in a longer time, and this is the test match where one of them will make their debut. And on Jadeja, he cleared the air that no, Jadeja has only been rested. When India will go to Sri Lanka, India need to pick a 4th spinner, and between Suthar and Harsh Dubey, one will get picked. So, which means that Jadeja, Washington Sundar and Kuldeep Yadav will be India's 3rd spinner, and the 4th will be picked between these two. The other thing that he spoke at length was on Rishabh Pant's demotion from vice captaincy, and he said that one don't need a title if you are playing for India. Playing for India is the biggest privilege, is the biggest accomplishment than being called a captain, a coach, and a vice captain. On Test cricket, Gambhir is very focused that he along with those boys in the dressing room, they want to win WTC. There's hunger, there's desire, and there's passion in the team, that they believe that they can win the WTC cycle. They can turn around. On the scheduling matter, Gautam Gambhir was pretty specific that if ODI and Test match there will be a quick turnaround. So in the last couple of ODIs or the last ODI, the few ODIs player will have to sit out so that they can prepare well for the Test match. Which is not happening for India currently because of the packed cricket calendar. So that's the thing that he has mentioned. They're like. The press conference was like the way Gautam Gambhir's press conferences are always fierce. He explained, he reasoned, he put all his thoughts why he thinks that Sai should get a longer rope. He spoke well on Rishabh Pant and why Rishabh Pant should continue to play the way he plays, but at the same time he needs to play the situation as well. He spoke at length on Manav Suthar and Harsh Dubey, the transition, the young player, why he feels that the 9 tests since the England Test series, that the time is that not big. The time period is still 9 test matches are still very few for to complete a transition phase. So he's adamant that the priorities on Test cricket. Yes, India is doing well in white ball. Test cricket has kind of fallen behind, but the coach is very hopeful and optimistic that Test cricket, his priority and the players' priority is to play Test cricket like it always has been before he played cricket for India and even after he retired. So now let's talk about Afghanistan. Afghanistan has a I mean, it is a big moment for them. They don't play Test cricket that much often, and Captain Hasmatullah Sahidi said that it's a pretty young and inexperienced side, but they have picked players who have done well in their first class structure. So all of these guys, they have played 6-7 matches. Yes, there is no Rashid Khan, and he has clearly, specifically said that he never had any conversation with Rashid. The chief selector of Afghanistan had a conversation with Rashid, and Rashid doesn't want to play Test cricket. Then there are a few injuries, but in 8 years since playing their first Test match, Hasmatullah Sahidi says the team has grown in stature, grown in confidence. They know now how to fight. They want to put price on their wicket. They are evolving, but at the same time they need to play more Test matches against top teams to compete. So I mean, this is their chance. I mean, Gautam Gambhir said that no Test match is small, whether it comes in WTC cycle or not, and so it goes to Afghanistan as well. For them, this will be their chance to answer all their critics, because the people, the fans, and whoever I have spoken to, they are saying it is not. The question is not who will win. The question is how long they can survive. So ideally, Afghanistan's main aim is to take this Test match to day 4. If they're able to do that, because it's a flat pitch, it will be a big win for Afghanistan cricket. Yes, I'm sure there are a few good spinners, there are a few good batters. I mean, Rahmanullah Gurbaz is there, Siddiqullah Atal is there, and there are a few. I'm sure there are a few. Hasmat, the captain, is there. The Rahmat Shah is there. So there. On paper, yes, in comparison to India, they are not that good, but at the same time, it will be a massive opportunity for them to punch above their weight, and we will find out everything in the next few days. For that, you'll have to stay tuned to TOI Sports. If you are loving our coverage, please do like, share, subscribe, and yes, hit that bell icon. Thank you.